The Lead Live is brought to you by Peterson Health. We're live from the Peterson Health Digital Studio. We were talking about Pete Calderon off air. Let me see here. Where's my camera? Microphone's on. I got a picture of Pete Calderon, actually. Let me just show this to you guys. I took this the other day. Can everyone see the monitors okay? Can everyone see their monitor? Is all the monitors turned on?
Yes.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this shot. Look at this man's ear.
All right, wait. All I see is Peterson Health.
Wait a minute. Stand by.
I see that every day.
Look at that. Look at his ear.
Poor Pete.
Pete doesn't realize that I'm taking pictures of him half the time.
The back of his head.
Just randomly.
There are certain people I take pictures of all the time, and he's one of them. So. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got a lot of things going on today. It's a very busy show today. The show would not be possible without the support of Peterson Health and Gibson Discount Center. Our good friends over at Quick Lane for all your service needs. Ken Slipple Ford can help you out today. They will get you a snack, get your car fixed, and get you on the road. Give them a call today at 830-257-5557. Let me see here. There's lunch over here at the Plow. You can have lunch, salad, pizza. A lot of people have that high gluten pretzel thing. So that's something people like to have here. Gibson's knows Carhartt bibs. If you need a bib over there, Gibson's can take care of you. Central Provisions and Centerpoint, they've got fun stuff over there as well. They've got like pork chops and cool things. The Herring Printing Company has been involved with us since 1964. And if you need architectural services, I would say go visit our friends over at SLS Partnership. And they can help you embrace the opportunity to excel in imagination and quality. Because Julie Davis blew me off again today.
Thanks, Julie.
Jennifer Kramer's here.
Jennifer thanks you.
Jennifer, thank you. Thank you for being here this morning.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
We have a new guest to the show, by the way. He's going to probably pop in here every once in a while, just so you know. Don't be too upset when you see, there he is. Sorry. JD Vance is on our show now. All right. How are you, Jennifer? What's going on with you?
I'm good. I'm glad it's Thursday.
Yeah.
Lots going on.
It's Friday Eve.
It's Friday Eve. My mom's coming to town this weekend.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, she's not the full Italian one, right?
No, she's sweet. What does she always say? She's Swedish and Dutch and doesn't amount to much. I'm like, Mom.
Oh, my gosh.
Mom. She's so cute.
We also have Courtney McDonald's here. Darby Campbell's here. They're fresh back from Jamaica, or wherever the hell it was they went with that group.
St. Martin.
I thought those group events, those big tour bus events, I thought that was only things that people did like when they got to a certain age. Like you get on a bus, like at the Dietert Center, like a Dietert Center group. Is that who organized that? Was the Dietert Center organized that group for you guys?
Is that a you turned 40 joke?
Yeah.
That hurts. That hurts.
Man, Lewis is feeling kind of spunky this morning.
Man, I'm telling
I think
you.
we felt like we maybe needed that when we got home.
Yeah, I mean, did you guys need a vacation from your vacation when you guys were there?
Definitely.
I mean, you guys, what was like 100 people that went with like
60?
kids?
52.
Oh,
Wow. That's a lot to
20
wrangle.
of that 20 were kids.
And,
Ouch.
Okay, look.
They were so cute together.
They loved it. They had the best time.
But I saw like Brett Ringo was there with his kids, and he's got like boys. When I first met those boys, I thought they were like middle school, like 8th and 7th grade. They're like 1st and 2nd graders.
They were very tall.
They're like on their way to being 7 feet tall.
Yes.
I kid you not, I have a friend. He was like 6. He's like Brent's size, right? Maybe even a little shorter. Played, got a cup of coffee in minor league baseball. His wife is about the same size as Brent's wife, and he's got one kid that's 7 foot. The other one is 6'4". Both of them play major college sports, you know. So I think that's what's going to happen to the Ringos. They got to stick around for a bit. We need to see those kids there. All right, how are your kids? How are your kids doing? How's the little McDonald doing?
She's good. She just turned 6. Got her ears pierced. Thinks she's going on 13. She's
living
the best life.
Man, Darby, you had another kid just recently, right?
She's 2.5
Two
now.
and a half.
But
Wait,
I'm
when did
fine.
that happen?
I
Two
know.
and a half.
I don't know. Just I've got a 9-year-old, 7-year-old, and 2.5-year-old.
Dang.
2.5.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It seemed like you were just pregnant the other day with that little one.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
She's
I know, I
like,
felt like I was
don't wish
pregnant
that on me.
5 years.
I know. I mean, so like, so you got 1, you got 3, you got 3, you got 1. I got 2. Doc, how many you got? 2. All right. How are the Savages doing today?
It's their birthday today.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
wow.
Really?
Happy
Turned 7.
birthday to that little.
How old are they?
7.
There, something else.
Turned 7 today. So they one was up at I think 3 a.m.
Yeah.
and he stayed awake.
Ouch.
Okay.
So
He was excited, huh?
yeah.
He was ready for his birthday.
Yeah, so it'll be good. They're having a good day, and I heard one of them get on the bus, and he's like, "It's my birthday." I'm like, I don't know where he gets that from.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to know when it's my birthday.
Yeah. What was
Carry
the
the
one
sign
thing?
around.
What was the one thing? Okay, just around the table here. What was the one thing as a kid you couldn't, like stay? You're so excited for you can't sleep when you were a kid like that. Was it birthday, Christmas, a trip? What? Go. Christmas. Darby, go.
Both birthday and Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Christmas.
Christmas. Okay.
Christmas.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and Disneyland too. We would go to Disneyland quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you have nightmares about Disneyland.
I do. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had a nightmare about a PowerPoint presentation yesterday. I was the receiving end of one.
Nightmares.
I know. Unbelievable.
I mean, now all those 3 things give me massive anxiety, so I can't sleep getting ready for my kids.
I know.
My child.
Yeah.
Whole nother
Christmas,
perspective.
birthday. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So much stress.
Yeah, it's true. All right, we got a busy show today. Lots of people coming on the show. I think Trey Atkission will be here a little bit later. He's actually here to talk about some Rotary thing that they're going to do over at the Comanche Trace. And but I guess there's some news with him too. I guess they got pummeled by that storm that whipped through here basically wiped out the 10 freeway. Dalton, any updates on that from your end?
We're still getting damage assessments coming in. Obviously, we had quite a bit of damage. It could have been a lot worse. I know entire parking lots got wiped out, but PD vehicles, some Parks and Rec vehicles. I think we're doing some damage assessments on some infrastructure out at the ball field. So adjusters and stuff are coming out, and should have a report by the end of the week.
I haven't checked on Lucy Wilkie, our 216th district attorney, but is she okay? Did she survive it? I mean, I saw video she sent me video from her house where it was being pummeled by the hail. That's the one thing I'm telling you, man, the weather in the state has traumatized me in some ways, and thank God it avoided South Kerrville completely.
Yeah, I'm on north side too, so I saw.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Was it?
I'd never seen anything. It was almost like you walk outside and it looked like it was snow on the ground because it was just so. Yeah, it was insane.
Fire Chief Eric Maloney told me that he goes, the amazing thing though was that there was no traffic collisions. There was some issues on the 10, but it was with stalled truck or something like that.
Yeah,
That was the deal. Semi was stalled out. No one was injured, but the damage is going to be in the millions, I would think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't know. It came out of nowhere. I mean, I don't think anybody, even people who are getting the mmessages, probably didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And it hit, and it hit hard.
Yeah. That was something else with that storm, though, and we learned that the weather is sometimes not kind. So, and then someone told me that maybe it was Jeremy told me that Progressive's just going to have everybody show up at a parking lot, and they're just going to go through and do their assessments on vehicles and things like that.
Yeah.
So, I learned something at the city council meeting the other day. Do you know what I learned?
What's that?
You're going to be in trouble in 2080. In 2080, the city council learned in 2025 that our dump is going to be trouble. Nobody told us about that. Well, it came out in your audit that you have 63 years left of planning.
Yeah,
Do you is that like you leave notes for your when you leave this job eventually? Do you leave a note for your successor? Say
it's usually
gotta fix the dump. Ha ha.
Yeah, it's usually like the 10,000 emails that are sitting in the inbox that they'll have access to, and good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the filing cabinets. That's the other one. You start digging through those after a year, and you're like, oh man, I wish I would have had this a year ago.
Yeah,
but,
right. It's so many things that with that you have to kind of think about too. You got a lot going on. That was the mayor. I was giving him a hard time today. He broke news today in his column. about the street names for. I mean, you're a veteran. What does that mean to you?
I mean, I'm indifferent about it. I think it's a great opportunity. We've known about it since really day one.
Yeah.
That was kind of in the plan, in the works for a long time, ever since Lennar came around.
And I should qualify that we're naming the streets after veterans who were killed in action in America's wars from Kerrville, Kirk County.
Kirk County.
So the mayor, in his column today that we run on Thursdays, he'll run it on his end on Sunday, talked about this quite a bit, and I think it's a pretty good little story. So.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, anytime you can honor anybody, I mean, first responders, I mean, healthcare workers, our community. I mean, anytime somebody does something amazing and you have the ability to honor them, I think it's great. Yeah. Especially when you can honor locally.
Yeah. I mean, we're sitting at a table where people are on we have a Lehman Drive. We have a Granger McDonald Park. I mean, you guys got some legacy over there. So this is an esteemed panel. I'm hoping that we keep Dalton Rice around for a long, long time, and we'll change the Diedert Center to the Dalton Rice Center.
So when I hit 80, then
yes.
Ask Jennifer how she liked the council meeting.
Yeah, did you like the council meeting?
LKC watched it.
I was watching virtually, and it was kind of nice. I had my little glass of wine sitting on the table, and I was throwing popcorn at the TV.
I was not snarky during my.
I don't think I heard hide nor hair you.
Well, I usually do a live update, on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
It was nothing really to be snarky about.
No,
so it was kind of a serious meeting actually. And my foils are never there anymore, so it doesn't really do me any good. What else is coming on down for the city? What do you got going on for the city to work on? You got to hire a Parks and Rec person.
So a Parks and Rec person has been hired.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, the name will be announced. I don't know, soon. That's above my pay grade. But yeah, they'll be announced soon.
Wait a minute, that is your job, right? I mean,
well, yeah, but I let our directors and ACMs do their jobs.
All right.
Hire the right people, put them in the seats, and get out of their way.
Get out of their way. Okay.
So new Parks and Rec directors coming on board. We did not hire internal. We hired from out.
Okay.
So we're obviously moving through projects. We have tens of $1 million worth of projects going on
right
now.
It's a big job.
Big job. Callow Theater is you can see a lot of movement over there now. And so, we're enjoying the rain. Haven't got any updates on that yet, but we should be getting rain over the next couple days.
Yeah, 1.5 to 2 inches is the preliminary estimate for this as well.
Yeah, which is, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when you're looking at, drought conditions. I say drought conditions, but drier ground, it doesn't absorb as quick. And so you have a lot more drainage issues. So we'll start getting those complaints.
Yeah. Right. You'll get drainage. Yeah.
We'll get the drainage complaints. Too much water.
Just blame it on Bruce Strachey.
No, everybody just blames Dalton Rice.
I was just going to say, blame Dalton.
Yeah, I know. I mean, just blame Dalton. So
yeah, just blame Dalton. The line is long, though.
That is a long line, though, right? I mean, you've got those things that are happening all the time. People just like to blame you. That's the thing. Like I tell people all the time, like, leadership is great until it's not. And be careful what you wish for.
Be careful what you wish for. Yeah. You're managing people.
Mm-hmm.
You're managing problems. And in public sector, you're not just managing a product or a service or customers. You're managing people, both population size and employees.
I just remember the first time I really dove into a large scale management role. I think I had about 40-some direct reports, and I was like. And the first day, I had somebody that hit another person or something along those lines. It's like, really? Yeah. Are you an adult or what?
You're just babysitting at that point.
I know.
Yeah. And what makes the city management side so interesting. On the private sector, you're typically focused on one thing, whether that's real estate, a product or a service, whatever. City, I have 10 different businesses.
Yeah.
And they all have different personalities. They all have different leadership styles.
Yep.
And so, really, for me, it's just managing the managers.
I thought that was impressive, though. We had Julie Barons on the show last week, and I told her, I said, I think you guys have I don't know how you keep those people. I don't know how you keep Julie and Trina and all that group over there because, when I heard Trina talk, especially, I was thinking to myself, man, she knows what she's talking about. How's she not working in the private sector? But you keep them because they're committed to public service, which I think is sort of being dismantled right now. But you didn't replace anybody really. You just kind of said, you know what, you're fine. You kind of saw the talent that was there and you kept them in place. Yeah,
and that's probably the hardest thing to do. Coming into an organization, not being able to bring in the people that you trust. And so it takes a little bit longer to build that trust. I'd say probably about a year, and I've only been here about a year and a half.
Yeah.
But the great thing about small towns, and I love small towns, this is considered a small town. Once you find that talent, you will have them forever.
Yeah.
Especially if you get out of their way and let them do their job. They are local.
I was impressed that Chris McCall, I thought that Curtis Thomason had basically retired to play video games because he has like a whole video game simulator at his place and to manage his wife's farm. And so when I went to see the building, he was there working. And McCall was like, that guy's really talented. And it's like, he's like, I needed him to work for me again. And I was like, man, that's kind of impressive leadership on your part because you didn't hire him. He was there already in place when you got there. And then you brought him back because you like him. So I think that's impressive that you guys do that kind of stuff. I don't know why I'm impressed by this stuff. I'm just impressed by people who, I was told that one leadership role I had from a really bad manager that, you have to kind of manage who you have. And that's what you do. That's what you do first. And then if they can't manage them, then you manage them out of the organization. So,
yeah, I mean, and there is some truth to that. But, you got to set the clear expectations. You got to clarify the roles, give them a vision, and let them go.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to do their jobs. And if they don't, then you have, instead of getting mad or upset, you kind of become that disappointed parent. Which, I mean, I hate to say that, but it holds a lot more weight because, guys, the ball's in your court.
Yeah.
You have the rope, and go.
Yep. The city council on Tuesday night made it clear that they want to talk about group homes and elder care homes. Now, in my estimation, my experience, these elder care homes, there is a great question about the appropriateness of them being lodged in residential communities, neighborhoods. There was one that was going to go in River Hill. There's one going to go, I think, on Tybee Street somewhere. And the council held firm, like, no, we're not going to give you variances. We have some rules in place, but we want to look at this in the future.
Yep.
So when will that come back to the council, do you think? Or is that something that you're going to have to wait till the summer to do?
It usually takes a few months. Typically after the council meetings, we'll put it onto our radar. We'll prioritize those stuff. Obviously, anything council does, is a priority. But we talk about a lot of different things. So, with any ordinance, nothing's set in stone, and we try to take a common sense approach to it. And I think council has identified one where what common sense approach can we take? How do we make sure that we balance what is right versus maybe what we don't want. And they held firm to that, and I think that's important because it could open Pandora's box, and you don't want to do that.
Right. These are important things. To kind of, I think that the council has shown kind of a stick to their guns sort of approach in the last, and they haven't always agreed. There's been some disagreement on the council for the first time in a bit. So, and it's polite. It's not like it was previously. We won't mention that whole thing, but before the empire, before the dark times. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, I mean, those are the things that are out there, and they're kind of working through these issues. I thought they had a pretty thoughtful conversation about, this ordinance issue with the homes, basically.
Yeah, their council is very pragmatic on stuff. They don't always agree with things, which is good, but they have a healthy discussion on it, which I think everybody should do.
Right.
And in those discussions, I always joke around with our LKC class and even with our directors, be brief, be bright, be gone.
You mean your cult?
Yeah, the cult. I'm in 2 cults this year. And so, yeah, I mean, the information that they have, they come informed, they come educated, they come ready to discuss their points of view, and they make a decision.
Right.
Even if it's a tough one.
Here's the amazing thing. So you guys all went to St. Martin because you're all 40 now. That's why Dalton Rice wasn't invited, right? Because he's not 40.
No.
Not in the club yet.
Not in the club yet.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
You're okay with that?
I'm not
40 under 40.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was that event?
It was good. It was a fun little event. Got to meet a bunch of cool, interesting people from all walks of life.
Who was the most interesting person you met in that? You had to go to the San Antonio for that event, right?
Yes.
Who was the most interesting person you met?
That's a tough one.
Did you meet the mayor of San Antonio?
No. I mean, no, that wouldn't impress me much.
Okay. All right. I just want to know.
No. I mean, I like to people watch at those things.
Yeah.
So, we'll just get tickets, we'll hang out, do the ceremony, do whatever, and just people watching is amazing.
Right. It's going to be a minute, so get some coffee, kick back, relax, we'll be right with you. All right?
Yeah, we actually just happened to sit down with a veteran group, and one of the awardees was a veteran.
Yeah.
Or actually she's still actively serving. and they're all in healthcare. And so, yeah, it ended up just being a good conversation, good evening, and we came back.
All right, good deal. All right, thank you for being here as always. It's always good to talk to you. Well, don't leave yet. Listen to what they're going to talk about. All right, Courtney McDonald, what is happening with the men's store? Is it going to happen? Is there going to be? I thought there was going to be a separate men's store.
Nope, that was just a bad rumor that somebody else started.
I thought it was a good rumor.
Nope. We have a men's section.
I know, but I thought you were going to like dominate the entire block. It was going to be like the McDonald department store. Like you were going to dominate the entire thing.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
But we do have a lot more space, which is wonderful. And hopefully we'll get a good neighbor in our old spot sometime in the next couple of months. And so, I mean, we're not dominating the block. We've got some great neighbors. But yeah, we do have a pretty good men's
When I say dominating the block, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a prosperity thing. You know, that's what I want you to be. I want you to be very, very successful. So
I appreciate that.
Yes. Do you have a lovely range of goods at your store? Give us a pitch. Give us your pitch for your store.
Oh goodness, I didn't come prepared for that today. I just got back from market last night.
Yeah.
Improv.
No, we have clothing for women, men, and for children, and some gifts. We also do some monogramming now.
Yeah. What monogramming? Really? When did that happen?
A couple months, like when we moved to the new space.
Okay. All right.
And
Who's doing that work now?
I'm doing it.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Are you pretty good at it?
So far, it's gone. I haven't messed anything up yet.
Okay.
But I'm still learning.
All right.
I practice.
Practice? All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But we have a lot of, like, for women, mostly like everyday kind of clothes all the way up to the special occasions. And then for men, a lot of like T-shirts and comfortable T-shirts and polos and like layering
stuff.
Like sport
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like for St. Martin.
Absolutely.
Right.
We do have swimwear.
All right.
Some swimsuit cover-ups. And
Sell the cups.
Oh, yeah. We have we can do personalized cups.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You know, I offered a great deal for you, by the way. And I don't think your husband ever told you. I had a special running for advertising in the show, in the newsletter, across the website. It was such a great deal. And he just I don't think he ever told you.
Guess what?
He didn't tell you.
I have my own contact information.
I know, but I don't know why I didn't have yours.
You have it. You can get a hold of me when you need
I
to.
know.
It's happened before.
I know.
Just blame Dalton.
I'll blame Dalton. All right. Tell us what's going on with you guys and Darby. What's happening with the River Center?
So we are so excited. We're having a big community celebration, and that's going to be not this Sunday, but next Sunday on April 6th.
Isn't that amazing? April's already here.
I know.
When did it happen?
Where did March go?
I know.
St. Martin.
St. Martin.
Lost. Yeah. So much time on that island. It was worth it.
Is St. Martin the place where the jet lands and knocks everybody over?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that?
Yes, and we call them the newbies, the people who've never done it before. They don't know any better.
Yeah.
And they go and stand right behind a giant plane taking off. They get blasted by sand, and they all start running away or diving in the water to get, away from the sandstorm.
Away from the jet.
So that's fun to watch.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Who owns St. Martin? Is it Dutch or is it, who owns that? British?
It's two.
It's two.
Half Dutch, half French.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Continue on.
Okay. So community celebration for the Upper Guadalupe River Center. And it is Sunday, April 6th from 2 to 5. It's going to be quite the event. We're expecting, hopefully, 300 people. We really have a lot of vendors. We've got a lot of food trucks. We have a bounce house for kids. We've got face painting. We've got Ty-V Band, Symphony of the Hills. We've first 100 people get there on time. You're going to get free food to food trucks. We have Vecinos coming.
Nice.
Hitchman Homestead.
Yep. Coffee and tacos. That's my jam right there.
There you go.
Yes.
Combined. So.
It's going to be great. And BBQ Texas.
Okay.
And Doc's Ice Cream. And
BBQ Texas, which won the soup contest for the second year in a row. So there you go.
Great food.
Yep.
Yes. Who else? We're going to have Turtle Creek Winery.
Okay.
So we'll have some alcohol there.
Right.
And what you might need when you're watching your kids play on the bounce house.
Absolutely.
And Allstat Brewery.
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, bounce houses give me anxiety.
They
They
that and
give me-
trampolines.
Yeah, trampolines maybe not as much, but But bounce houses, like they might as well be like concussions, CTE early for kids. It's just terrible.
This one's very safe.
Okay, all right. Making sure. All right.
It's when the adults get on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't get on the bounce
up.
house.
Yeah.
I love a bounce house.
I
Do you?
know.
Yeah.
I just think about teeth going into heads, things like that. So yeah.
Builds character.
I know.
And scars.
I love it though. Kids love it. It's great fun.
Yeah. So we're really
The ER likes it. We make money off it.
You do. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we're supporting the whole community with this event.
You should encourage it.
Yeah, I should.
ER day at Bounce
day
House.
at the Bounce- yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bounce house division out of Peterson.
All right.
Well, I'm excited because there's actually one of our one of our ED directors is now on the one that Darren does it. He's now doing the bounce houses on the side.
I know he is.
You are so just.
He's like the trauma guy.
He would.
This is a long time coming for you guys, though. This is wait a minute. How long have you both been on this board?
I'm not on the board. I'm on this committee for this event.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And you're on the board.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going on year 2.
Okay.
So we've come a long way.
You've come a long way.
We purchased the land. We raised $500,000 last year.
Yeah.
We're still in fundraising
For the
stage.
property, for the actual building itself. Yeah.
Yes, and so this celebration, this community event, is also to celebrate us purchasing the land and to really showcase. People can see we're going to build this boathouse, this center right here on this land, and it's amazing because then people are going to look out and see this beautiful lake and really be able to visualize it.
Right. Okay, this is a two-part question. This is why I wanted Dalton to stick around. When does the groundbreaking happen for Granger McDonald Park? Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm hoping some people don't know what's going on exactly, but this is next to the landing, so it'd be on the east side of what is that road that's there by the landing?
Knapp Road.
Knapp Road. It'd be on the east side of that. And tell us, though, when does Granger McDonald break ground, the park there?
I don't know. It's still in design phase right now. The biggest challenge that's holding everything up, which is actually in progress now, is getting that public road to give access to some properties.
Okay.
Once that actually gets completed and inspected and done, Knapp Road can be abandoned, and that's when everything can really unfold.
Right.
So, because until Knapp Road gets abandoned, we cannot really do anything.
Okay.
But
All
it's
right.
still in design phase.
All right. So this is a big deal. This is one key step of this whole thing.
Yes.
All right. Again, what is the time? When does it happen?
2 to 5, April 6th, and we're going to have some seating, but families, bring your chairs, blankets, very family picnic style. We're going to have enough to keep everybody busy, entertained, and it's going to be great. So please come.
Will Steve Schulte be there?
I'm not in charge of his schedule, but
Can you somehow block him from being there? Is it possible? I mean, he does work for your husband. Can we stop it somehow from happening? Is there any way we can put a moratorium on his public appearances? So
he's on the board, right?
He might
So
be
I
there.
think he's probably going to be there.
dang it! All right. All three of you, thank you very much for all this. Great job as always. We'll see you guys. I think we're going to have one more appearance from you guys next week, and then we'll get it on. So, all right.
Thanks for having us.
All right. See you guys later.
Thank you.
Good job. All right. We're gonna. Jennifer, who are we bringing on now?
So I have Dr. Lindy Rachel. He is one of our gastroenterologists.
He's one of the. And Trey Atkinson's here too. Dr. Rachel's here. Good to see you too. You want to hear an amazing story?
What you got? What you got?
Okay, before I was telling you about the horrors of cholesterol that I take for my lack of gallbladder, and then I had diabetes. So now I take metformin and some other stuff. And since I've taken that, I don't have to take that horrible cholesterol anymore.
Well,
I know.
You know,
like there's a positive in
get
there.
a good balance going on.
I know. So
I feel like because I'm in the, not that I'm clinically savvy, but because I'm in the medical field, I'm learning a whole lot more about your health than I really ever thought I'd learn.
I don't Trey, come have a seat, man. Come have a seat. Yeah. I don't really know why. You get to a point where you realize, though, you just can't eat anything.
You can't eat it. You can't drink it. You can't smell it. You can't see it. You can't hear it. Like essentially, you're just.
I know.
Yeah.
What do you tell people like that, Dr. Rachel?
Life is hard.
Life is hard.
No.
Yeah. Life is hard. And by the way, we also have Trey Atkission here. He's making his debut on the show.
Oh,
Trey, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks
Welcome.
for having me.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Wait a minute. Now, life is hard. I heard bad news that you guys took a hit with the storm. Is that true?
It is. Sometimes you're the Louisville Slugger, sometimes you're the Ball, and we were definitely the Louisville Slugger late on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, and I would say, we took lots of hits, not just one, but we're having a hell of a sale right now. If anyone wants
Hell of a sale.
Hell of a sale.
If anybody wants a deal on a car,
Oh man, I'm sorry.
no.
I'm sorry to hear that. That is not good news.
yeah.
All right, let's go back to Doctor. When should people get? What is the guidance now on colonoscopies and all that kind of good stuff now? Where are we at with that?
For most individuals, it's starting at 45 now. It used to be 50.
Yeah.
And they've dropped that screening age to 45 for just regular individuals that have a family history, had a colon cancer
Yeah.
family history.
And you got the new surgery center. I know I've talked to you about before. Now you're about maybe not even quite a year into it now. There, what's that been like to have that facility?
Well, it's really a state-of-the-art facility.
Mm-hmm.
We have the latest in Fujinon equipment. It's the best equipment that you can get in the United States, if not in the world. I mean, we have equipment every bit as good as the big centers like MD Anderson, Sloan Kettering, UCLA. I mean, it is fantastic equipment. And we've also brought in the AI. We're among the first people in Texas, or at least in the central Texas, to start using the AI. And with this new equipment, it is a massive game changer.
Yeah.
And what
does it do? I mean, here's interesting enough. I'm just going to go plug real quick we're doing an AI town hall meeting which, by the way, is now full.
Good.
So Tim Wright can't come. So he's not allowed to come.
All right.
now.
I'll make sure he's not there.
But hopefully we get your Peterson
Yeah.
CIO to come.
Yeah.
And,
I'll make sure he's there, but I'll just, yeah.
So one of the reasons why I'm having this town hall is to discuss where we're at with this. In your profession, did you think you would have AI at your disposal to do the work you're doing with it, and what are you using it for?
Well, AI, I mean, when we do an endoscopy, I mean, older type endoscopy, you and I remember the first color TV.
Yeah,
okay?
Right.
And that builds an image, and only you respond to that image. Now, with the images that you have now, they're really, really high definition. Because if you watch a high definition TV, you see somebody on TV, you can see the freckles, the moles, the creases. You can't see that. What we really worry about is missed lesions that are flat or depressed. And the AI thinks much faster than you can. You have about 0.2 of a second to make a reaction.
Yeah.
And the AI thinks in a thousandth of a second.
Right.
And when we use this equipment and we're going over things, and they'll see something, you'll get a target box. Go back, go look at this, and it makes the quality of these procedures so much better. It drives our error rate close to zero, and it's the same thing with the light filters. We have the best in narrow band imaging, and certain bad things absorb different wavelengths of light, and you'll see us when we do these things. We'll just be switching wavelengths of light, and it's just a brand new game changer. It makes it just so much more efficient, so much safer. Yeah, I mean, and would you ever have any concerns about AI, or are you kind of embracing it yourself and saying this is really important for my patients and for their health and their futures? I was skeptical at first, but I think that it's going to be the wave of the future. Yeah. What changed your skepticism? I guess what was the change on that? Well, I think that the change, it thinks so much faster than you can. Yeah. And for the endoscopy, the sensitivity is just incredible. Yeah. But for regular patients, just for the regular doc that comes in, you're going to talk to it. You're going to tell them your history, and it's going to look at things, and it'll deliver information that you might have forgotten about or you didn't keep up with.
Just so you guys know, this is Colon Cancer Awareness Month. Next month is Irritable Bowel Syndrome Awareness Month. So we got it back to back. We're backed up.
We're
which is
back.
also an issue.
You can let Luis do that one.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. I see how it is. You pick and choose the ones you.
Where are we? I mean, colon cancer, used to be a death sentence for a lot of people, and we're getting ahead of it now. Where are we at with keeping this thing under control?
Well, we're doing really well with people over 50. I mean, we're doing very, very well.
Yeah.
The big problem is younger people, and there is an alarming increase in younger people. I mean, younger than 40, and some of them, into their 20s that are getting colon cancer. And the big reason is why, and nobody really knows why.
Nobody really knows why.
And, there's no effective treatment or no effective screening for these people. Except for the fecal DNA, and try to get a fecal DNA study, paid for by an insurance company at age 25. It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
If somebody is under that age of 50 and they have issues, a lot of times like people. Well, it took me. I mean, it took me a long time to kind of like go to the doctor to realize that I had some issue with stuff, and he was the one that said, But I mean, I just lived for it for years and just took it, with celiac disease. I probably had it since I was like 16. And so who knows what kind of harm it was doing to me, through those years. But what would you tell somebody who's younger to say, when do you go to the doctor? When do you get help?
Well, you really need to be sensitive to your health. But any sort of persistent symptom, if you've had rectal bleeding, if you've had fatigue, if you've had weight loss, if you've had abdominal pain, changes in your bowel habits, and it's persistent, it's not going to go away.
Yeah.
Then you need to come in.
Right. Right.
But younger people said, "Oh, I'll give it to the end of the summer.
Yeah.
I'll give it till next year."
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I kept always trying to change my diet. It's like, it's probably this, or it's probably that. I can't have this, I can't have that, and I'll just have a nice, I'll have a nice, easy, light sandwich, not realizing.
Yeah.
That was the issue,
Yeah.
But these are some of the things that you keep people need to know about. Have you seen that here locally, that there's younger people with colon cancer now, or?
We've seen a couple of younger people.
Yeah. Because usually it was like those over 40, you get that test and everything like that. So now personally, like I'm actually, the first colonoscopy I ever did was traumatic. You had to drink the gallon of shit, basically. Yeah. And then you had to do all the other stuff, and then they did the thing. And now at Peterson, I bet it's even better now. Because the last one I had, which was at Peterson, was a delight. Actually,
Yeah.
I have to tell you.
I was gonna say I did mine.
They put me
couple
out.
months back,
I had a
and it was
great
my
nap.
First one.
There was no
Yeah.
nightmares about presentations and Mark Wahlberg and things like that. So it was great.
It was the prep that was rough, but I blame that on Tim Rye because he suggested that I do the liquid versus the pill.
No.
Because he did the pill and he's like, "It's a pain. You got to." I'm like, "Okay, so I'll,
Yeah, you got to drink that stuff.
I'm
No,
not doing that again.
no.
I will do the pills all day long.
Yeah.
I can swallow them bad boys.
Yeah.
That, that second round.
Yeah. What do you recommend for people? The pills or?
If you can take the pills and your kidneys are in good shape, do the pills and the water. I've done one with the pills. Best prep ever.
Best prep ever. Yeah.
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 I'll be doing that the next time.
Yeah.
Which I think I got 10 more years before I got to do it again.
Yeah. All right.
I'm good.
All right. So, at 50 though, when should we come see you though? I mean, should we come see you like every couple of years or?
Well, if you have a negative colonoscopy, no polyps, and you haven't done it at 45, then you're probably good for 10 years.
Oh wow.
But that's with a good quality study.
Yeah.
What may happen in the future is that may change a bit. Well, they'll do it when the fecal DNA studies at 5 years, and if you're negative at 5 years, they'll let you go another 5. So, but currently the recommendation is every 10 years.
Okay. And the change in the whole setup though. I mean, like I said before, I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I said, one thing that I really like about Kerrville, and every time I drive by, because I drive by the hospital almost every day on my way here, I think to myself, what a great looking facility that is.
I know. It does look good.
I mean, it's like, this is a little tiny town, and we have this amazing, facility. What does that mean for you as a doctor here? to have that facility.
Well,
And to
it's great that the powers that be within Peterson invested that kind of money in a really nice facility with just the best equipment available.
Yeah, right.
And you could have gone cheap.
Yeah, you could have gone cheap.
Could have gone cheap.
Right. Well, I mean, we had Corey Edmondson here, and he was a kind of a Cadillac kind of guy. You know, were you sorry to see him go when he departed and betrayed us for Wichita Falls?
Corey got us the equipment that we wanted, and he got us the AI.
Yeah.
I mean, he spared no expense.
Right.
He made sure that we would get the best of the best.
Has AI changed the way you look at some things too? Are you looking at things a little differently now? I mean, I got to say that I've been using some AI tools, and I'm blown away by it, and it keeps getting better every month. Like I've really been into it for like the last probably 8 to 9 weeks now, and I'm like, I've seen so many significant changes in like 3 weeks that it's hard for me to imagine, wrap my head around it. But what are you seeing? What are you thinking about it?
I think that it's going to change the way that people go to the doctor.
Yeah.
I think that the younger people are more tech savvy, and I think they're going to interact with the tech right when they go into the office.
Yeah.
They're going to say, "This is my complaint." The nurse will drill down deeper into that. Doctor will come in. And it'll catch errors.
Yeah.
And medication errors, bits of the history that probably shouldn't have been ignored.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Well, I think one of the things too that it's going to change too is like in just on all the note taking you have to deal with, and maybe give you a little bit more time to focus on other things too. That's one area I think that we're going to see some efficiencies in. So very interesting as well. All right, it's next month, IBS month. We won't see you for that. Irritable bowel syndrome.
Aww.
Yeah.
But you're my favorite.
Yeah. But we'll figure that out.
Don't worry, I'll bring him back on.
All right, Dr.
I'll sucker
Rochelle,
him into
thank you
it.
so much for being here. We appreciate it very much.
My pleasure.
All right, good job. All right, Trey Atkission is here from. Are you guys using AI over at Cecil Atkinson? What's happening with that over there? When are the cars going to be fully autonomous? These are the questions I got to ask myself. Like, I'm so into this deal.
Well, I don't know that the cars will ever be fully autonomous anytime soon. General Motors, Chevrolet certainly has developed a lot or invested a lot of money into that, and then recanted and gone backwards on some of that technology just because they really couldn't get it perfected.
Yeah.
And it seems that at least in our market here in Kerrville, people enjoy driving their cars. And while some of the features like autopilot and Super Cruise, those certainly are becoming more popular with some. The technology still has a long way to go.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in the car industry right now. But that's not why you're here. You're here to talk about this event. But do you guys the Cronwell-Gees, Stopels, and Atkins ever get together and play like a 3-on-3 basketball tournament? Do you guys ever have like fight nights or anything like that? Do you guys get together and rumble or anything? Or are you guys all pretty good, good sports with each other?
Oh no, we're always really good sports with each other. We get along very, very well. Tim Cronwell-Gee, Jim Vilcek, Terry Massey, certainly all those guys at Stopel and at Cronwell-Gee, they're very supportive, and we tend to look out for each other.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, particularly my dad got a very nice text message from Terry Massey just at the Ford store saying, "Hey, if you heard about what happened, if there's anything that we can do to help, please let us know."
Yeah, right. Who wears a cowboy hat better, your dad or Terry Massey?
I'm gonna have to go with Dad on that one.
All right,
I have to go with Dad on that
Good
one.
call.
Was your plane okay? Did it hit the airport pretty hard, or?
Not that I know of, and I think I used to be on the Kerrville Airport Board. I haven't heard of any damage to planes. The local FBO there, it's owned by Joe Kennedy, Kerrville Aviation. They do a great job of being proactive and trying to get everybody inside that they can.
Yeah, they do a good job over there. That Joe Kennedy guy. I got to get him back on. They were on the show a while back. It's been a couple of years actually. Now to think about it. They're interesting guys. So, all right, this Rotary event. You're like the youngest member of Rotary.
I lower the average age tremendously every time I walk in the
I
room.
know. I know. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was like, whoa, what happened here?
Yeah, so we need to get more young people involved in Rotary, definitely. So,
Yeah.
It's a great organization. We've been serving the Kerrville community now. This Rotary Club here in Kerrville has been serving it now for 99 years. Next year will be our 100th
That's incredible.
year.
Wow.
And we've been supporting the community through projects, donations, and support through a variety of means here. And so I think a lot of people think about Rotary. They think about their initiative to eradicate polio, which they certainly have done a wonderful job with. But there's a lot that we do here locally at the Kerrville Noon Rotary Club, and then just clubs individually as they throughout all the towns and communities where there are Rotary clubs.
I think the Rotary Club, and all the things, I think all the service clubs do play in a very important role in our community. And then, one of the things I worry about is like who's going to carry on the legacy of the Lions Club and Kiwanis and all these other groups that have done such great work through the years, because they have definitely gotten older. Rotary Club, though, kind of always is aligned more closely with, like my values as a journalist. The four-way test is kind of a good thing to think about too. Is it fair? Is it truthful? All that kind of stuff. So, and that's an important thing. What drew you to Rotary and Rotary service?
So my dad was a member of the Rotary Club of Kerrville when I was growing up. And so when I was in high school, my senior year, he was actually a president of this same Rotary Club. And he got me exposed to it early on, just taking me there and having me as a guest. And then also people like Rosa Lavender at Tybee High School back in 2000, 2002. Interact and Rotaract was very popular with exchange students. And so that's where I got my first exposure to it.
Nice.
And I went to college at Baylor, and when I went to Baylor,
Sick 'em.
Yep, there you go, Sick 'em Bears.
I'm so broke because of them, but it's okay. I feel good about it though.
A lot of people broke because of Baylor, that's for sure. But I did something I thought I would never do. I joined a fraternity there, and it had never crossed my mind, but it was such a great way to get plugged in and meet people from just all walks of life. And that's one of the things that was very appealing to me about the Rotary as well. It's just a great way to meet people and get involved in supporting your local community.
Yeah. Did you were you in one of those fraternities? Like now the Greek life is not as big a deal. Like it's a big deal at Baylor, but my daughter was in a sorority, but they were very service oriented. Was your fraternity service oriented too, or?
Yes, it was. My fraternity was KOT or Kappa Omega Tau, and it was a service fraternity. We did a lot of service projects on weekend highway beautification. And just volunteered where people needed help. What's
the weird little group that's in there that wear the nose costumes?
Oh, the Nose Brothers.
Yeah, were you in that group?
I was not.
Okay, just checking.
I know some people who allegedly were, but they like to keep it pretty secretive.
The craziest story I ever heard about Baylor, by the way, this is how different the world was like 75 years ago. That Baylor always has bears on campus. Like they have like a zoo certified, like a USDA certified zoo bear habitat there. And one of these guys that my daughter, I think it was her roommate's grandfather, they stole the bear cub and had it living in the dorms.
Like live bear cub.
Yeah, a real bear cub. Yeah, like they had a real bear. That's kind
of cool, but you know.
Yeah, because the judges, the bears they have a judge name. Yeah. I don't know which ones are there now because I think one of them, a couple of them, I think they have new bears now. So
yeah, they rotate those bears through. I mean, you can't have a full-grown bear.
Yeah, right.
That's out of control.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. Come on.
I wish they could bring it to the sidelines. Take this, Bevo.
Yeah, I wish they could as well.
Yeah, I mean, take this, Aggie. My bear's gonna eat you up. Cougar, don't mess with my bear. So
well, there was when I was at Baylor, there was a group there called Chamber, which was also another service organization, and they took care of the bears primarily.
Yeah,
and, they would have them out, the cubs, out and about, so that the students and everybody could see them. But yeah, they always had a collar with a leash, some type of leash for the bear. But yeah.
Now they're behind a beautiful habitat. They're right by the bookstore. Okay, this event. Tell us about this event.
So on Saturday, this is March 29th, this coming Saturday, we're going to have what we call our main event fundraiser for the Rotary Club. It's going to be a casino night themed event, and we're going to hold it at Comanche Trace from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And we're going to have a lot of fun, raise some money for a good cause. Rob Alcorn and his new team at Comanche Trace has just been very accommodating, and providing us with a very nice venue. We're going to have Black Tie Casinos is going to bring in gambling tables, and so we're going to have dinner. We're going to have an auction, a silent auction, and after that, we're going to go gamble with Monopoly money, which I don't know what your record is, but I seem to be much better with gambling tables here than I do in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And
I won $49.50 at the last time I was in Vegas betting against Texas A&M, so I was pretty good.
I'm not saying a word.
Don't say a word over there.
I'm just going to sit here and be quiet.
Yeah, I left Vegas in the red, so you did better than I did. But we're going to use that. We're going to take proceeds from this event to support all of our local initiatives here. We do things like we host 2 Veterans Appreciation Breakfasts. We raise $25,000 for college and technical school scholarships. We also help stock food pantries and the Hill Country Veterans Center and provide training grants with first responders. And that's a short list of what we do with proceeds from this event.
And here's a true story. Last time I went to this event was 5 years ago. And this was right when COVID shut the world down.
Dang.
It was over at the Hill Country Youth Event Center, and it was kind of a casino. It was a game night kind of thing. It was like a Super Bowl type thing. It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played. I got beat in cornhole by a bunch of cops. It was very good. So I had them down, and then I tried to get them drug tested, and they wouldn't do it. So.
They were in on that.
No.
They passed.
No. Okay. So if people want to come to this, is it open to the public or?
Yes, thank you. It's open to the public. So if you don't have a ticket to the event prior, you can just come and pay at the door. We'll have people there that will facilitate that as you walk into the clubhouse there at Comanche Trace. And so we would love to have people who are not part of Rotary come support our event, not only to raise money for a good cause, but also learn about Rotary and see what the club is about.
Yeah, right. And it's a lot of good work, too. I mean, I think it's, like I said, it's one of those clubs that, first off, there's usually a pretty good lunch. There's a lot of interesting folks that are there. Some of the people that are involved with Rotary include Chris McCall, who's our police chief. Bobby Templeton, who's the superintendent over in Ingram. You've got people like George and Judy Eichner are there. Who am I missing? There's a lot of people in there.
Councilman Jeff Harris, he's there.
Yeah, that's one reason maybe not to join. Brenda Thompson from the Dietert Center.
She's there, yes. Yeah. Very active, and she does a lot for our club.
Yeah. Wait a minute, do you have twins?
I do.
See, look at that.
It's
this seat right here.
That seat right there.
I know.
It is.
Because Dalton Rice has twins.
I'm staying away from
Yes.
Moving this way.
I've got twin girls, Ava and Amelia. They're 5.
5.
It's a fun age, a fun time.
Yeah.
I never know what they're going to say when they come home or what they're going to do.
What's the what's the TV? What's the show they watch? What's their show? What's the show that's stuck in your head?
Oh, they love Moana, and so of course they naturally love Moana too.
Yeah.
So I've got all those songs stuck in my head, as well as Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
And Frozen 1, 2, and
Are you ever writing? Are you ever like? I know you don't do like the day-to-day sales, but if you're ever like doing something in work that's important, do you have like those songs stuck in your head?
oh yeah.
Yeah, you have your sales manager in your office, and you're like, oh, I got the Rock singing songs to me.
Well, that or I've got. Definitely on Monday morning after the hailstorm, it was like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Oh, that hailstorm, man, that sucks for you guys. I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
I hate to hear that.
That's brutal.
And this is the thing, right? That about that storm that's so troubling is that I feel bad. I wrote a thing. I said because I came down here, and it literally hailed for 5 minutes, and then it stopped.
That's crazy.
I went home. And I live in South Kerrville, we had hail for a minute, but we had big raindrops. And I said, well, I'm hearing reports of minor damage, and people were like, oh, it's not minor here. And then Lucy Wilkes sent me that. And then I hear about you guys, FedEx,
Did you see the video of the Acapulco restaurant?
Yeah, Acapulco restaurant.
Jam Broadcasting.
my house.
Your house?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your house got it? How bad was it? Sarah Tacey's here, by the way.
Hey, everybody. Luckily I had my carport because, I have a new car because of the last time got hail.
No.
And, the carport defended my car bravely, but it almost gave its life.
Yeah, right. I mean, do you guys think you have to maybe put a carport situation at the dealership in the future? Is that something you have to look at maybe?
Yeah, I think that's something that we certainly can consider. There are alternatives like tent-like structures or even solar panel type structures that you can put over the cars, help protect the inventory. And that's certainly something we can consider. I've been here since 2011, and for the first 5 years, if people said, "Oh, it's going to hail," we would put all the cars away, nothing would happen. But every year since 2016, we've had some type of an event.
Some kind of a hail event.
Yeah.
Some type of a hail event, yeah.
Right, yeah, that just makes things really, really tough. So, okay, good deal. Trey, thanks for being here. I appreciate it very much, man.
Yeah,
it's good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your day, and appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
thanks so much.
you guys too. Thank you.
Anytime. Wait, you got a pitch? Anything? Gonna be what kind of deal on cars are we gonna get right now?
Well,
the hail of a storm.
They're as is.
Yeah, it's a hail of a sale. You can buy it as is or fixed, your choice. So we're just trying to let the customers decide what they want. If they want it as is, they can get tremendous discounts on these cars. If they want them fixed, then we've got arrangements to make that to handle that as well, and they'll still get a great deal on it. So,
how is the snack game over in your service department? Do you have snacks over there?
Yeah, we have snacks every now and then.
Okay, all right. Just checking. Want to make sure. So
it's pretty good.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it very much.
Bye.
Sarah Tacey's here.
Hi.
Who'd you bring with you?
This is Rachel Lovelace. She is the new director of visual arts over at the Hill Country Arts Foundation.
Rachel, how are you?
I'm doing great.
I think we've met before. Where did we meet before? Tell us about yourself.
You guys are both everywhere, so
I know.
probably.
Right. Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe the Kerr Arts and Cultural Center. I do a lot over there.
Are you an artist yourself?
I am. I do work on visual art. My main art is dance.
Oh, okay.
I teach dance out at the Hill Country Arts Foundation.
Okay.
And I also choreograph. I'm choreographing the summer musical with Sarah.
Wow.
So
What's summer musical going to be?
Jimmy Buffett's Escape to Margaritaville.
Oh.
I know. We're very excited.
I haven't had you on the show for a while.
I know. We have shows opening before that. So
I know. You got always something going on. This weekend,
Yes.
what do you have coming up this weekend?
We have a show opening in our indoor theater called Love, Loss, and What I Wore. It's a wonderful show, especially for women. This
is Nora Ephron?
Nora and Delia.
Delia Ephron, right?
Based on a book by Eileen Beckerman. And what Eileen did is she was having memories, connected to clothes that she wore.
Yeah.
And I think women do that probably, universally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if men do, but, you have important clothing that's, that connected to important memories, like your wedding dress, a tutu you wore when you were 4 in a dance recital, and, and they're very closely connected. So
What's the most important thing you've had in your wardrobe that what do you think? Something that stood out that defines you.
Oh my goodness. I don't know, but I had a lot of favorites. I can remember when I was younger, I had these really, they were like a pair of crop top somethings that I wore all the time when I played softball and stuff.
Oh, really?
And my mom finally had to throw them out.
Oh my gosh.
Secretly throw them out because I wore them so much that they were just tattered and yeah. And I remember just being mortified because they were gone.
that does come up in the show where things, disappear.
Yeah.
And
my favorite band.
Yes, there's a monologue in there called The Shirt.
Yeah.
And it slowly revealed itself to be the perfect shirt, and she had to convince herself not to wear it.
Oh.
And it just went with everything.
Yeah. And then stages of your life, things change. So certain outfits that are a little bit more forgiving than other outfits.
Yep.
They become your staple, and it's they're right there at the front. And wait, I know I wore that 2 days ago, but
I'm wearing it again.
It looks so good on me.
Yes, I still feel comfortable in that
What's-
one.
Yeah, so you can see it's really universal.
What's one piece of clothing you've held on to? There's a question. I'm a dumb jock, so it's on my Letterman
I
jacket.
actually have a couple of shirts that
Do you?
I've had since before I ever got pregnant with Callie.
Oh wow.
So, and I wear them every so often.
Do you?
Yeah.
I have some T-shirts from 1989 that are still stored away in a thing. They haven't rotted away yet, but they're still there.
Yeah, but the question is do you still wear them? Because I can still wear these shirts.
I can still,
see?
I can still wear them, but now they're.
But you shouldn't.
They shouldn't. No. I think
Like concert T-shirts. And
yeah.
I mean,
was
there's
big on
Yeah.
we connect a lot to what we were wearing at a certain time.
Yeah.
And that's what the show is about. And it's based on real interviews with real women, and it's funny and it's poignant, and they're really obsessed with shoes. There's a lot about shoes in it, boots especially.
I'm right there with them. I'm a woman like that. That's me.
Yeah.
So I have a huge shoe collection. So
if you are a woman or you know a woman, you can relate to this show. And it opens tomorrow night in the Indoor Theater. And I will warn you that because it is based on interviews with real women, we talk about our bodies a little bit and what they do.
What?
I know, but everybody's going to be mature about it, and we're all going to be cool.
Allowed now?
There's also some language in it because, again, real women.
Damn it.
But again, we're adults and we can handle this.
Are you ready for? By the way, Leslie Jones sent me a photo. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. Leslie Jones sent me this right now. I'm not sure what's happening here. I think that might be.
I think he's doing it wrong.
I think it's a female gorilla riding a male gorilla. Or it might be a
then
male,
she's doing it perfectly.
Yeah, it might be a male gorilla riding a female gorilla. I think it's a female gorilla, but
She's
I'm not sure.
riding him into battle.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Good for her.
So
Free ride.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
And then we also have auditions this weekend for The Play That Goes Wrong, which is our first summer show. That's in June.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful, hilarious show.
So funny.
And the auditions are already sounding like they're going to be pretty popular.
I
And then
love it.
auditions for Jimmy Buffett are next weekend.
Okay.
On the 5th.
April
The 5th. Thank
5th,
you. Thank you.
I'm curious about this. So you're just going to sing Jimmy Buffett songs?
Well, it's like Mamma Mia, where it's all ABBA songs, but
Yeah.
they're connected thinly by a
story.
We'll call it a storyline.
Brilliant storyline.
Yeah,
Is it-
I'm sure
is-
it'll be. It's amazing.
Is it a sing along though? Because people will want to sing along to certain songs.
It is not
Damn it.
made to be a sing along. I don't know that I can stop people
Yeah,
from singing along. I did direct Mamma Mia, so I do know that they will.
Because people will sing along to those
Yeah,
songs.
and I'm leaning into everything.
Does anybody really know what I can't think of the lyrics from any ABBA songs.
Yes,
They're just singing.
I directed it,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I know all of
yeah.
them. Yeah, but there's lots of parrot heads still around.
Do they even speak
so-
English, ABBA, or are they?
Yeah, they're Swedish.
They're
They-
Swedish?
well,
They
speak.
sing English.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
All right. So continue on. I want to hear more about this.
That we're, just so everyone's clear, we're not doing Mamma Mia. We already did that.
We
But
already did.
we're doing Jimmy Buffett, who also sings in English. So,
Shocking.
I know.
Shocking.
So do you get a lot of like newbies or people that have never done
Yes,
this come
and we
out
love it.
and, like,
We love
try
it.
out? 'Cause,
Yes.
like I've always
Come
thought
out.
about, but I don't sing. That's the problem.
I don't sing either.
Like
I sing, but nobody wants me to.
My son, Heston, was voluntold that he was doing Joseph when we did Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat last year. He showed up to pick me up, and he got handed a script, and he
Nice.
did the entire show. He had never been in a show, never helped with a show, never sang, never danced, and he did all of it. So,
and had a good time.
he had a great time. He
I'm just
loved
gonna
it.
have to go show up and
Yeah, please do.
try out
We
for
love
something.
new
I don't
people.
know, just for the heck of it.
I'm having a hard time seeing you. So
I know.
So that's why I'm leaning down.
I know.
Yeah, we love new people, and we're not. Everybody thinks that theaters are so cliquish, and some of them are. I've been in
Yours
many.
is not, though,
but
because-
no, we love new people, and we're very welcoming, and we don't
Janet
make you.
Peterson would not allow that.
No, you don't think?
Janet Peterson.
She would not allow.
She's not my real mom. She's not the boss of me. I can be a click if I want to.
She would be. She's like your consigliere. She would just like. She'd be like, "No, we're not going to do that."
We all have to
Consigliere.
be friends.
She's
around
my
Jeanette.
enforcer.
Yeah, she's your enforcer. No, we're not going to be cliquish. Stop
Yeah.
it. So,
She is tough. I wouldn't cross her.
I just love it out there though, and I think he has so many great things too. Because you have the Visual Arts Center, you have the arts, and then you're doing the pottery, and then the performing arts are so important too.
You could get married out at Stonehenge, which was just
that's
voted the
cool.
most boring tourist attraction
I
in
saw that.
Texas. We're very proud of that, and we're making T-shirts.
Most boring tourist attraction. Well, they aren't there when there's actually something going on though.
Apparently not.
Yeah. I didn't know you guys had like a little portable one too, a little portable Stonehenge. That was
Yes,
Jenna showed it to me.
so Mark Jackson made that years ago when we were gifted Stonehenge. We had to raise money to bring it over from Hunt, and we raised $20,000. And so
move it over.
so that little Stonehenge we put it in her little red wagon, and that's how we fundraised. I don't know what the word should be.
Funds were raised.
Funds were raised.
There you
Yeah, because they
go.
took flatbeds and a lot of people, so the family gave it to us.
Yeah.
We had to move it, and it was quite a thing. Speaking of visual arts, Rachel
Yes.
here has some things.
Speak.
We do.
Tell us.
All
By the way,
right.
we have a drawing we have to do here.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Continue on. Go ahead. Tell us what's going on.
All right. We have a lot of stuff going on in visual arts. We have lots of workshops. If there's anything that you've wanted to learn art-wise, I'm sure that we have something for you. We have a beautiful ceramic studio. We just had a rock star instructor come and do a 4-day workshop, and this dude goes all over the country, and he said that it was all over the country,
world,
all
yeah.
over the world, and he said it was the second most beautiful ceramic studio he had ever been in.
Really?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
Yeah, the first one was in Quebec, looking over river with boats, and we can't compete with that. But
We just need to put boats in it.
we have ducks in it sometimes.
Yeah, we do have ducks.
So he could have looked at the ducks, and that would have been equally beautiful.
And one
So-
rooster,
And oh gosh, yes, we do. We have Russell Crowe, our rooster.
I love
Come out and
it.
See that. We have exhibits going on. We have Of the Earth up right now. It's our metal, pottery, and wood exhibit. It's up until April 4th. It is gorgeous, and there are all kinds of prices. And I've even had kids come in and buy stuff, and it feels good to buy art. It feels good for the artist, and it feels good for the patron, because it just you are looking at the art, you're immersed in the art, and now you're taking some of it home with you.
Yeah,
So it's
right.
very, very cool.
Right.
And then we also have our fundraiser, because as lucrative as we all know that arts are,
Nonprofit arts.
nonprofit arts, we do need to pay some bills. So our visual arts fundraiser is April the 13th from
Okay.
12:30 to 2:30. Tickets are on sale right now. We have music by the amazing Matthew James Butler will be there, playing some nice soothing tunes. We have a buffet by the famous Brandy Weatherford,
Okay.
the Lovin' Spoonful. It's actually named after her. The fundraiser is a Lovin' Spoonful of Art. And tickets are only $50, and they go towards bringing art to our community and continuing all of these amazing things that we have going on out there.
That's awesome. So much happening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're
There's
actually-
never nothing going on.
You're into your busy season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have a non-busy season, but yeah.
All right.
This is especially.
Give us the pitch for your show. When does it
Okay.
start?
It starts tomorrow night, Friday night.
Friday night.
7:30, indoor
7:30,
theater.
okay.
It runs Friday and Saturday night this weekend at
Who's
7:30.
in the cast?
Oh, gosh. Okay, so Nancy Stewart,
Okay.
Jenneth Peterson,
Okay.
Sherry Goddard,
Okay.
Alicia Strader,
Okay.
River Wellborn.
All right.
It's
wow.
5 women. They're playing multiple parts. It's. I'm really proud of it.
Nora
it's really
Ephron, Delia Ephron. They've written how many hits have they written?
Oh God!
So many.
Well, most of the '80s
Yeah,
rom-coms.
rom-coms, right.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we lost Nora a few years ago.
Yeah,
several years
right,
ago.
right.
But yeah, she lives on in the show, and I was actually in the show at the point 12 years ago.
Really?
We took it to competition,
Nice.
and yeah, it's a good show, and it's very relatable. Again, if you are a woman or if you know a woman,
This is relatable. This is a relatable one.
yeah, and there's again some language and some frank talk, but we're all
love it.
adults and we can handle it.
Supposed to reach in here. Is
Reach
it
in
going to bite
there.
me?
Reach in there and draw a name. Reach in there. Who's our winner? These are for 2 tickets for John Bauman at Arcadia Live tomorrow
I
night.
see Jim Ramsey.
Jim Ramsey's the winner of our tickets.
Good job, Jim.
Jim Ramsey,
Good job, Jim.
you are the winner of 2 tickets. You can pick those up at the box office on Friday night. So congratulations to Jim Ramsey. All right, Jennifer Kramer, thank you for bringing on Dr. Rochelle today.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Dr. Rachel? Yes.
Rachel.
He is
Rachel.
fabulous.
He is awesome.
I like him.
He's very honest. Candid.
Yes,
So,
yes.
have either one of you had a colonoscopy yet? I recommend it.
I have not.
I have not, but
I was thinking though,
Y'all
like I
need to
probably
get
should.
it done.
Yeah.
I heard him say 45, and I'm coming up on that. So
Yeah.
I
It's
guess,
done.
Yeah, me too.
I guess I better look within.
Well,
Yeah.
look within. Yes. If it's not coming out right, go get it done.
Even if it is, just to
Right.
be safe.
Yeah. Hey, how is our progress on the beanies?
Everybody tune in to Tim Rye. Send him an email. No,
He
I'm
told
kidding.
me that
No,
they were
I
gonna happen.
know he did, and honestly, it kind of got put on the back burner because I've had so much going on.
Yeah.
Saving
but
lives and
yeah.
you know all
She's done
that.
it.
You know, I'm kind of all over. But trust me, I'm going to get on it, and I'm just going to order the things. And
Okay.
and we're kind of coming out of beanie season
I know.
right now. So
I know it's going to be hotter than hell the rest of the week. I
I
mean, we're going to have
know.
this little storm, and then it's back to like the almost 90.
yeah, so I'm going to make a push for that a little bit closer to the, But hey,
Beanie season.
Yes,
Yeah.
beanie season.
Beanie season as well.
Beanie season.
Oh my gosh, so much happening
There
in
is.
the world.
Oh, don't forget that we are going to be having our Parkinson's Palooza next Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Over at the Home Health and Hospice building, and that is going to be. Oh goodness, I'm getting them confused with Stroke Fair.
Hey, can you send someone over on Monday before that? Ahead of that?
Yeah.
I got a beautiful note, by the way. I don't usually get these, but from the hospice team
Did you?
for the editorial that we wrote.
Oh, good.
that
Yeah,
was
they were
very-
super excited. They announced
Yeah.
that and talked about it a little bit in BAM, which is our brief administrative meeting.
And
we
just the
have every
context of
morning.
that, I didn't realize. One day I was doing obituaries, and I read through every obituary that I get, and every single there was a little batch of them, like 3 or 4 in a row, where thanks to Peterson or thanks to a hospice, Peterson was stood out the most. So I went back and I just went through Grimes, and there was like I don't know. I think Grimes has had like 40 some odd funerals this year.
Yeah.
And 17 of them had notes to hospice,
Yeah.
And then I just saw another video the other day where it had gone viral. It was a funeral, and it was the son of the person who had passed away, and he was thanking profusely the hospice organization that cared for
It
his.
takes some special people to
I
work
can't
in
even
hospice.
imagine.
And
I can't even
my mom
imagine.
did it for many years, and she just had a heart of gold. And the things that she saw, but yet the connection that she made with all the patrons that she worked with was just crazy. I mean, it takes a special person to be able to get that close to those people and
Knowing, yeah.
and
Very
just
strong.
and then the connection that they made was essentially lifelong. Like she still has some of these friends that were nothing more than a stranger when she walked in their door.
Right.
And so it's pretty impressive the things that they do. They kind of they make something that's so difficult just a touch bit easier.
Yeah.
I mean, as hard as it is.
I'm going to keep track of that number because it's fascinating, though. Like the point, that it resonates because people say, "Man, we could not have done this without
hospice."
Without
Yeah,
hospice,
yes.
it would
Yeah.
be so
Yeah.
difficult." By the way, my mother just had knee replacement surgery, so my brother came down and to check on her.
Yeah.
And she said, "Yeah, he's great. He comes in, he goes into the bedroom, he reads for a while, he comes and checks on me, and then goes back into the bedroom, and it never seems again." So,
Well,
That's
I mean,
family-
I guess
that's
that's good.
family hospice, I
'cause,
guess, for you.
Yeah,
So.
you stay out of each other's hair and
All
away
right.
from.
what did you learn today, by the way?
I learned about all the things that the Arts Foundation has going on
Yeah.
because, I've never really. I mean, I know about you guys, but I never really looked into or
Come
heard
on
about
out.
it.
Yeah.
I know,
And
I
we
was
have a
thinking
good
that 'cause-
website, and we always update it so you know what's going on.
Yep.
And it's just come out, and we'll show you around, and then you'll be
Yeah.
sold. And then you can come out and audition, and you can
I
take
know
a class.
my
and-
mom's coming out this weekend, and I was actually looking at things to do with her because this is the first time that. So she's come out before, but that was back when we lived in Medina. So it's not like you could just, go somewhere and not.
Yeah, you
have
lived out in the sticks. Yeah, it was terrible out there. So, all right.
But yeah.
Good job. What did you guys learn today? Did you guys pay attention to the show? Did you learn anything?
we just got here. We don't know.
Well, I learned that after hail damage, you can still opt into buying the car and getting it repaired
Yeah.
yourself. That was something that I had never known, and I'm actually very curious about
Yeah,
that. How
yeah,
cool!
yeah.
How cool.
I learned I need a colonoscopy.
Yep. Well,
I can get you the hookup.
Oh, I know a lady, everyone.
Yeah.
I've got the hookup
You got the
for the
hookup.
colonoscopy.
I love it. I love it. Great job.
I've had a stressful 6 months, so, who knows?
Today's show was show number 898.
Wow.
Yeah. So tomorrow 899, and then Monday 900.
Wow.
So thanks for being here. I think we talked to like 8 people today.
Yeah, we did. You had a good number of them
We
rolling through here.
we
You were
rotated
running
them
them
out
in and
here.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
That's because he goes to everything in town, and he's like, so when are you coming on the show?
Yeah.
And then, but then doesn't,
I like
we
how
all just say, Thursday, I guess.
I like
show
how
up.
it's a revolving door. Like if
Yeah.
I could just come on if I showed up.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
there's no.
I forget half the time the people. I even have somebody helps book it, and I don't remember half the time to come on the show. All right, tomorrow Leslie will be back. Tomorrow we've got people coming on the show. I don't know who's coming on the show tomorrow.
Stay tuned.
It's us again, probably.
Yeah, probably. So we'll make it work. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.
Thank
Peace out.
you.
Thank you.